Well, hi there. I'm Jo Hartman, and today I'd like to show you how to put together this lovely little crushed can flower arrangement. This one is the daffodil arrangement. It has a little bit of lavender in it. It's made with a crushed can, and this is the can that is crushed. You can see it's flattened on this side, and then it has an opening. This is the hanger for the back to hang it on the wall. And let me go ahead and show you how to assemble this project. So let me put that to the side, and I'm going to get started with taking my crushed can, and I'm going to start by putting the ribbon that's going to be used to hang this arrangement on the wall. So taking some hot glue, I'm going to put just a little bit of hot glue on the side here and on the other side, just a line of glue. And then I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to tap it in place, bring it up, and bring the other end and tap that into place on the other side. And there we have our little hanger, and it's in place. Now I'm going to set that to the side to dry, which only takes a few seconds. And let me go ahead and show you how we're going to assemble this arrangement. We're going to get started with the seam in the back. The seam of the can is to the back, so that on the front you see a nice smooth surface. We're going to take our floral foam and we're going to put it inside, and it's going to scrape the sides of the floral foam. You can just brush that off and brush that to the side so that's not in your way. Make sure the ribbon didn't get tucked down in as this one did. Oops, let me go ahead and pull that ribbon out. It's good when things don't work right so you can see what can happen. There we go. Now my ribbon is pulled out. I'm brushing all of the excess foam to the side. And now I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to apply some hot glue across the top of this foam here. In order for the glue to dispense, this glue stick has to be tucking all the way down so that it touches the other glue stick that's already inside the chamber. There we go. Now we have a little bit of glue. I'm going to take my floral foam and I'm going to put the moss on the top, and I'm going to tuck the moss down in the sides, in the front and the back. And it's good if it sticks up a little bit. That'll make it look dimensional. There we go. Now I'm going to see what flowers I have to put on in this project. I have my daffodils. Those are going to be put in last. I have some pretty little white flowers. I have some purple lavender, and I have a couple pieces of boxwood. I'm going to start with the boxwood to do this project. Now my boxwood has a right and a wrong side, so I'm going to look and see which side looks like it's facing front. I'm going to shape these little pieces a bit. Now this one looks like it's curving off to the left a little. This one looks like it's curving out to the right. They actually look pretty similar. This one looks like it's mostly straight up and down. So I'm going to use this piece for the middle. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to tuck it in towards the back and push it down as far as I can get it so that the majority of the boxwood is close to the grass. I'm going to take the other piece of boxwood and I'm going to put that in and push that down as far as I can get it to go. And then I'm going to take this piece, and again I'm going to push that down into the floral foam as far down as I can. My objective is to get this bottom part here filled in pretty much. Now the next thing I'm going to do is take my lavender pieces And I'm going to look and see if they're all the same height. And they look like they are different heights. So I'm going to look and kind of arrange them so that the tallest is in the middle and the shorter pieces are on the side. So this piece looks like it's the tallest. So I'm going to take that, put that in the middle, and have that standing up pretty tall. I'm going to take the other pieces and I'm going to put one to the right and one to the left. When I'm arranging flowers, I like things to look relatively symmetrical. So there we go. And now this last piece of lavender I'm going to put on the side here. So it looks like a fan effect. One high, these two are a little lower, and these two are the lowest. So you can see that that's how that arrangement looks. Now I'm going to take my white filler flowers and I'm going to put them down as far down in as I can get them to go. I just basically want them to be interspersed between the lavender flowers. And if I think I still need another piece, I'm going to take the second one and I'll put that also, tuck that down in as far as I can get that in the can to go. There. Now, I'm going to take my daffodils and I'm looking to see, this one is the tallest, it's also largest, and then these two are about the same height. They're about the same size as well. So if my daffodil is standing so that it's on the stem straight like this, I want to take it so that the head of the daffodil tilts towards the front. And this one I'm going to take it and I'm going to shape it so that it is leaning to the left. This one is shaped so that the head is tilting to the front and leaning a little to the right, like that. And then this one is with the head tilted to the front, but standing straight. So I'm going to take the tallest one and put that in the middle and push that down. I'm going to take the one leaning to the right and put that on the right side and push that down lower than this one. And then I'm going to take the one leaning to the left and put that in and push that down pretty far. There we go. And it's okay if the wire bends as you're doing that. Now this little flower seems to be taking front stage here, so I'm going to tuck that back. Now I can barely see my lavender pieces, so I'm going to bring them up a little higher. And I'm going to pull this lavender piece up so that it is showing. Pull this one up so that's showing. It's okay to have to rearrange things a bit. Now this little lavender piece is very much hidden behind the daffodil, so I'm going to bring the daffodil down and bring this lavender piece up. There we go. Now I'm going to tuck this so that the white flowers are close to the bottom of the can, filling in this little section here. Now the last thing I have to do is to put the design on the front of the can, and I'm going to be using this design. I'm using Mod Podge, and I have some in a cup here and a little sponge applicator. So I'm going to take the Mod Podge. It's like a white gluish type of product, and I'm going to liberally spread some Mod Podge across the front of the can, covering the whole front. You really can't see it. It applies pretty much so that you're not able to see it, but you can tell that it's there. I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I want to put some on the back of my paper. Try to get it all the way out to all four corners, like that. Now I'm going to put my design down so that I'm centering this on the left and right and top and bottom of the can. When I'm satisfied that that's centered pretty well, I'm going to smooth it out with my fingers. And I'm trying to smooth out any wrinkles that might be wanting to form. There, now that looks like that's down pretty well. And I'm going to go over the top with this Mod Podge. And I see I got a little bit on my petals, so I'll just wipe those off. It's okay because this will dry clear anyway. Take a little Mod Podge and go over the top of the design. Now it looks cloudy when the Mod Podge is wet, but when it dries, it will be completely clear. I'm going all in one direction because you might just happen to see the brush strokes when it's dry. So I like them to look uniform and go straight across in one direction. Now I can set the Mod Podge to the side, and I'm going to just leave this on my paper towel and let that dry. And once this is dry and I can pick it up, then I can go ahead and fiddle with the flowers again and get those to look like the pleasing arrangement that I'm satisfied with. And that's all it takes to put together this crushed can flower arrangement. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I'm looking forward to seeing yours. Have a great day.